Hello and welcome. Oh, hydrating already. Hello and welcome to the stream. This will be S&Co Division 2 Las Vegas. It is a sprint race weekend and with a fierce championship fight on the line, let's take a look at the table of points. So, in the Division 2 Championship, Wolf is currently winning with 178, followed by Parker with 159. I don't think either of them are here today. Which leaves Sam in the Audi a perfect opportunity to catch up. Now, this isn't any race weekend. This is the sprint race weekend. This means there's more points on offer. But began what Wolf is here. So we will have Wolf, who is trying to extend his lead with with 4 rounds to go after this, whereas Sam in the Audi then Ruxel to try and catch up. As we see an unsafe release by the Haas. Unfortunately, you don't get notice of that. As we go, look to Lunar Eclipse, Oopsie, otherwise known as she tries to make a mark in the Papaya McLaren. As we go to Zim Ruxel, who is in P3 in the championship at the moment. What marks is he going to make on the championship this week down the strip at Las Vegas? Then we go to Begum, the other championship protagonist, who's racing corner cut there. Only his outlap. Down this very, very strange track. Now, look to the tyres. As Mort in P4 is on the intermediates. For the split between mediums and softs, what I'm presuming is I don't really know how to work. I believe you get one set of medium, two sets of medium and one set of softs. So how the softs are going to work on the second pivotal, as you can see, Wolf stay in the garage there as we go to Begin Wolf, who starts his lap on the intermediate tyre through turn 1, heavy braking zone, into turn 2, which is an extension of turn 1, into turn 3, and then quickly into turn 4, which should be turn 2. It's down the back straight. There you go. Into turn 5, heavy braking, cutting the curb, running right against the wall. That's a perfect exit. Keeping it tight, going to long left-hander of turn 6 and 7. Right-hander of 8. Left-hander of 9. Down the straight. Again. Where's everything coming out? Because it's a sprint race. You want to get your 2 rounds through turn 10. Into long turn 11, braking into turn 12. Now, onto the strip for the first time. On a push lap, Gamble goes. In the middle sector. First one round, and backs off. We will go to Zen Ruxel. So on the medium tyre. Straight mode activated. Into the turn 14-15 chicane, heavy on the brakes, sharp turn in, cutting as much of the curb as you are willing, flat out to the line now. What time will this be? It will be a 1:30.32.269. Lunar Eclipse, Whoopsie goes with a 33.2, Razin with a 34. Began Wolf backs off his lap with a 42. Now, as we go to Epic Gamer to validate it. Mort on the intermediate will get a much slower lap time because the intermediates aren't as fast. As we go to Costa, who is on the slick tyre, Beaver goes P2 with 133.0. Costa 134.0. Connor with a 133.9. Rather, Josh Reaney goes 0.002 of a second faster. And as we go to Luka Malov, who has left and is on a lap. Now the track has evolved from the start of the session, involving every lap which these cars take. So will Luca be able to put his car at the top of the table? Through turn 12 goes to the back straight. The king of turn 13, as we see an Alpha Tauri spin of what? If we go back to Luca, going into turn 14 and 15, cut the curb on the entry, cut as much as you can there, down, back, straight. Yellow flag for a stricken Cadillac 13. Lukanov goes P4 with a 33.8. That in the North Zone, I believe, was the Cadillac of Kev 7. Just taking a little track excursion as we go to Razin, half a tenth up on his previous lap time. That would be enough to get him P6. Epic Gamer goes P9. Razin through the long left hand of turn 11 into turn 12. Now down the strip he goes. Front wing open, flat out, purple sector 2. He is flying in the Scuderia Ferrari right here. Going as quickly as he can, going over 330 kilometers per hour, but he's out of battery, recharging into the left-hander. Cut the curb as much as you dare. Off through turn 16 now. Down the final straight and into the pits. Razin not improved. Go on to Beaver into the braking zone. Turn 14 through 15, then 16. Down the straight. Flat out. Burning all the main battery. Through turn 17. What time is it going to be? It will be a 132.6. Flying. 4 tenths slower than Sam in P1. Now, Sam is 14 positions ahead of the championship protagonist in P15, but it's not a representative lap time. So, what is going to happen at the front of this field? As we will go to begin this lap. Again, we'll just pit. Ooh, sprint qualifying. Yes, it is, TK. This is sprint qualifying. Go to Epic Gamer, who just seems to be on a lap on this used soft compounder tyre down into turn 5, getting it just a little wide, going into what? Cut back for turn 6 into 7, and then slow and steady through turn 8, a little bit of acceleration for turn 9, until you go into the back straight-ish area. Then for a sweeping right-hander of turn 10 into turn 11. heavy braking zone into turn 12 and down the back straight, collecting the bollard, losing the rear end. That will be his lap gone. Remember a few years ago in 2024, Lewis Hamilton in Mercedes collected the bollard at turn 14. Doesn't seem to have done any damage this time to the Mercedes, but I reckon the confidence will have a blow after that one for the Mercedes driver. As we go to Kiel, it's on 2/10 up, enough to put him into P11. Through turn 11, he goes into the heavy braking zone, turn 12, getting it all wrong and going into the runoff zone. Unfortunate here, trying to spin it round. Car's having none of it. Waiting to reach with the track safely. Something I didn't do last Thursday. And back on track as Zenruxel goes for another lap. Through turn 4, which actually should be turn 2. Let's see how good the mediums are. We will indeed. Now charging the battery up into turn 5. Slow and steady. Seems slow. It's 3 seconds off. That is not a representative lap time. As we go to Rasenbran, who is on a push lap, half a tenth up on his lap time. Mr. Dan is done for this session. I don't know who you are, so I don't see a DC Xbox. So that Red Bull will stay P4, tapping the wall upon the exit. Does Rasenbran through turn 10. Through turn 11, taking the flag, yellow flag for an AlphaTauri in front. Through turn 12, down the back straight and through the king of turn 13. But what's this? Beaver is giving his teammate more a slipstream. This is good team play from the V-Car outfits, which will hopefully propel more up. Back to Rasenbran through turn 14 and 15 and 16. Flat out to the end. This will be the lap. No more battery lap. Mort goes P2 just ahead of his teammate. Rasen, 3 tenths down, will not improve on his lap. Very unfortunate him. Over to Whoopsie with 7 tenths up on her lap time, which would be enough to put her in provisional P2. Down the back straight, just past the kink of turn 13. Where will this take her? DC Xbox did not decide to lap. Josh Freeney goes into P4. Whoopsie through the final chicane, out of turn 16, flat out, down the straight. Connor goes P6, Luke North goes P8, Keel goes P7, Whoopsie goes P4. Fortunately burnt too much battery in the first part of the lap. As we go to Little Beaver, and his teammate has done it to him. He will now get the slipstream down his back straight, doing what Max Verstappen and Isaac Hadjar did in Spa to propel Max Verstappen into P2. Began Wolf shows so much pace on those soft compound tyres to set a 1:31.9 as Beaver coming to the line here to try and take pole position. Then Roxy Sam takes provisional pole. Little Beaver enough for P3. Kev Cliff coming down the line to go into P12, and Rasenbran into the pit lane will not improve on his lap time. This will be the grid for the Las Vegas sprint race, and what a qualifying session that is. What will we see in the actual qualifying session later tonight as we get ready for 9 laps around the streets of Las Vegas. What will they entail? Because it will be a very, very close race. Who will win? Come out. Let me say, not the best strategy from DC Xbox, staying in the pits, not getting his medium run. As we look at race director, many speeding in the pit lanes, many exceeding track limits. That's what we expect to see. But it will be the Sam, Wolf, Beaver, Moore, Whipsy, Busherini, Hamilton, Connor, Keel, Luke of DC Xbox, Kevin F. Costa, Rosenbrand, Epic Gamer, rounding out the grid. What's a qualifying session? How will the race be? We'll take an intermission for the race to begin. Okay, so race will be starting in a short time now. Ready Up is at 8:19 BST. It will be a spectacle to watch as these 15 drivers will go flat out around the Las Vegas Strip circuit. Will be able to master the streets of the Las Vegas Strip circuit. And will anyone be finishing in a barrier? I doubt it. We will go in less than 60 seconds for the start of this race. This sprint race, to be precise. As we go for the start of the Las Vegas Grand Prix, 5 red lights. Go out, long hold, and away we go. Zenruxi with a good start, began more challenging for P1. Liesel Beaver tries to go around the outside of the hat and successfully does so. We will look at the tyres. Began with the only driver on the hard compounder tyre, as we can see 4 wide at the back of the field. Alpine round the outside, Red Bull down the inside. Alpine going wide, but will go and attack the Red Bull. Red Bull wide, Cadillac off the track. That is Conov sealing to the run-off zone, hitting Luke off. Gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. What happened there for him? As we have more fighting with the Mercedes driver looking to pounce. 3 wide, down to the turn 12. Red Bull into the wall, into the Mercedes. Just narrowly involved it. Bollard, don't even know where that's gone. That's been destroyed. And it's PC Xbox off the back of the start train. It with 3-way fight for P9 as we see Little Beaver make a pass for the lead in the meantime. Will they be quite calm as Raz and Bran looks to pounce on one Cadillac, on 2 Cadillacs, 2 Cadillacs, 2 corners. Little Beaver goes fastest up as we go onto Moopsy with right on the back of the hands. She's just trying to relax. She's overtaken Morph P6, P4, and Morph has dropped down to P6. As Morph overtakes Hamilton into P5, who's dropped. Who's just really goes into the wall. 2 strategies. I don't know why you did the second one. As Keel comes to fight with the Mercedes. The Silver Arrow, slight contact there as they go into turn 11. It's been so competitive as we go to Epic Gamer, who's making a move on the inside of Mr. Lampox. Oopsie gets past Big Ann Wolf. 4P3, those hards seeming not to fire up. Mercedes off in the runoff. There seems to be a crash in the background. As we go, Hamilton making a move on more, Keel making a move on Josh Ringley, P7. Zemuxi looking on the rear bumper, Little Beaver trying to get the position, unable to do so for now. As we go to Josh Ringley fighting with the Red Bull with their might down the back straight. Epic Gamer backwards, wing in a barrier. Will this bring out the safety car? I'm sure this will bring Epic Gamer into the pit lane to repair the damaged front wing. What a shame for the Silver Arrow. On to the fight for P1. Little Beaver going defensive. Sam in the wall. No visible damage it seems. Epic Gamer does retire. Do not leave the session. We have the race and qualifying to come. Now, the points go from P1 to P10. So anyone is still in a chance for a point to finish this race. But will it be this man, Little Beaver, for P1, but it's going to be Moopsy on the attack for P2, looking on the outside of turn 12, ready back straight. Straight mode activated, battery being built. Down the back straight she goes. Ready to try and overtake into the 14th corner of the circuit. Sam goes defensive. No action there. As 3 wide at the back, Red Bull, Alpine and Ferrari. Red Bull down the deep inside, making contact with the Alpine, forcing the Alpine off. Bad exit for the Red Bull. Razen Brand on the outside, gets the position, and onto the back of the Alpine. No, Razen's run out of battery. The Red Bull and Cadillac go through 3 wide into the left-hander at turn 1. Contact there between the Cadillac and Red Bull. Red Bull going out wide, Alpine right behind the Red Bull. Razen side by side, going out around the outside of the Alpine and the Red Bull. Now down, straight between turn 4 and 5. Going as fast as humanly possible they can go. Small lockup for DC Xbox. Tap in the wall for good measure. Will be able to make a move. Razen on the inside. What a move! Through turn 6-7 complex. He went, and so we go on to Lunar Eclipse. Moopsy fighting for P2 of this race. Began might be on the hards, but will come back later in the race. All he has to do is stay with the medium runners if they burn their tyres. But will Big Am Wolf be patient, or will he go for it? Or Moopsy? Sam takes the lead of the race. Hamilton gets past, too wide. Little Beaver round the outside. Sam, unfortunately, being ghosted there. Probably a slight slide. Ghosting is very generous in this game. And through the final corner. Looks like Moopsy looks to the inside, looks to the outside. Beaver on the inside of Moopsy. Moopsy trying to hold it round the outside. Big Am Wolf overtakes Moopsy for P3. But anything can happen. Sam and Wolf, championship fight. Both drivers try to take this win as we get a small snippet of Sam's battery, 50%, as we see Keel down the inside of Josh Reaney, 4P8. Will Josh Reaney come back to fight this? Yes, he will try. Down through turn 6 and 7. But no, Red Bull uses all the track he can, but has no shot. As we see Sam look for the inside, has to get past, or will get past himself. But will we get past himself anyways? So see, straight mode activated, battery being burnt. They're side by side. Overtake of Beaver. Sam takes the outside line. Big Am Wolf takes the inside, hitting the curb with full force. Sam keeps the lead of the race as Beaver tries to fight back on the hats of Big Am Wolf. Looking to the outside, Wolf looks to the inside, but is not having any of it. Slight contact between as the McLaren taps the back of the V car. Turn 4, there you go. Moopsy right on the back of Little Beaver, not having the battery to make the pass. This is all fight tap at the back of the vehicle there. And will Sam look for a move down the inside of turn 6 and 7. Going through turn 8 now. All over the back of the Haas. And round Sam goes. Contact between Little Beaver, this driver here, and Sam has sent Sam into a spin, costing him 5 positions and potentially a springboard for Big Am Wolf to get more into a championship fight and try and run away from Sam. Moopsy here, looking to fight with the two in front now. Just seeing Sam get spun with both drivers side by side up in front. Little Beaver not having a line. Can Moopsy try and take the win here? Then back straight into turn 17. Rasenbrand overtakes DCX with 12th position. But can any of the top 3 make a move into turn 1? 3 laps to go. This will be tight. Side racing. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Who will take this on top? We shall find out soon. Only for the sprint race though, but it will give a snippet for the main race. As we are fighting at the back, DCX does regain the position on Rasenbrand. Little Beaver looking on the back of the Haas driver. I do love me some snippets. This has been a great race so far. It was a 4-way fight for P1 until Zenroxon was unfortunately spun as Moopsy goes around the outside. Looks for the switchback through turn 12. Down the back straight she goes. Will she make a move for P2 of the Las Vegas sprint race. She'll be looking for it as Little Beaver goes defensive. Wolf also goes defensive, giving Beaver the slipstream. Moopsie is through. And will Moopsie look down the inside? And will look down the inside. She takes the lead off the Las Vegas sprint race. But no, she's not done. Wolf goes to Twip Effect, collides with the inside barrier of turn 16. Moopsie, she's got the lead. She will lead into turn 1 of lap 8. But Beaver will be on the back and backs out. Wolf taking the inside line. These mediums still have pace, but every time they're fighting, every corner, they're bringing Hamilton, who's in P4, into the fight. As we go down the back straight, colliding with the barrier does Wolf there, looks to the inside, burning all the battery, fighting hard. Whoopsie looks to the outside, slight contact between the Haas and the McLaren, but the Haas coming off worse. Down the inside of Moopsie, the Haas goes, forcing her off the track. Around the outside she goes. She will go down out of turn 10. They touch Martin. I'm not Martin. But into the turn 12 they go. 12, yeah. And down the back straight. Hamilton has been brought into this. So we have four-way fight. Lead. It is indeed a Crofty quote. Rice you and El Crofty. Down round looks to the outside. Does Beaver. Oopsie regains P2 from earlier, but we'll be fighting with Beaver. It'll be key who gets overtake mode here. It will be Beaver who gets overtake mode. See, no longer with it. But with the overlooming chance of potentially a penalty, Beaver will overtake. Began Wolf will overtake. This will be a one-lap shootout for the win of the race. It's only a sprint race row. Beaver. We've never seen Las Vegas better here. Whipsy looks round the outside, burning the battery on Little Beaver. Will she take the position? Fight it around the outside, but no, the inside is too powerful. And the Cass collides with the rear end of Moopsie, sending both of them into the wall. No damage on Moopsie's car, but Began Wolf seems to have a lot of front wing damage, I believe, which is very unfortunate for the pair of them. Hamilton seeming to get the advantage here, but Moopsie will not be done. She'd be into the final corner there. Keep it neat. Beaver, you have one straight. You have two straights left. Hamilton burning the battery. Will this be a comeback from him? Sam is on the end of this train, but Moopsie does not seem to have the battery left. Hamilton will look for the inside line, braking, recharging as much battery, and takes the lead of the Las Vegas sprint race. All contact there. Moopsie back on the back of the V-carb. Will anyone have enough battery to send it through turn 17? Hamilton takes the win. Beaver in P2. Began Wolf in P4 and Moopsie, who looked to be winning that, only coming out P3, and Hamilton out of nowhere in P1. That was a great finish, and for Christ, that was just a snippet for the S&Co Grand Prix. Ignore these, because they are not the points. Just grab a photo of this. For the lead. And that will be it for the sprint race. So we will go to a ad break. Oh no, it's just straight. I shouldn't have done an ad break. But as we will go for qualifying, as we wait for the cars to get out of the garage, so Josh Reed will be the first. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Oh yeah, Josh Reed will leave first. As we watch drivers take to the track, Josh Reed being your first, and Oopsie still Oopsie in P2 could have taken the race win. Kev Cliff is saying it's fucking impossible to get overtake mode range on this track or whatever its track. It is indeed hard because if you've got overtake, you have so much more power for so much longer with that back straight. If you want to make a move into turn one, but it will be hard to get in. It will be harder to get out of the overtake range. But take position. Chat, feel free to place your bets on two straights. Place your bets for who will take pole position tonight in S&Co. My bets, I'm going to go with Sam. Because he got pole, he got sprint pole. And it will be a good qualifying session as we watch Moopsy go on board and listen to McLaren or around the streets of Spain. Race of two, and as we watch Moopsy go down the back straight, going over 330, seems to be 40 kilometers per hour, and now into turn 14 and 15. And she will go through the section nice and clean. What time will she set? Josh Reed with a 1:34.1. Keel follows suit, B with 1:32.7. Moopsy 1:32.9. As we go to our previous pole set is not on the road, but at that time go to his teammate. Straight through turn 13. He goes. And down into a tight, tricky turn 14, 15, 16 complex. what would it be? For the Audi outfit, based in Switzerland, homegrown in Germany, owned by Volkswagen and P6, the Audi will go. Fun fact, I actually saw the Audi Formula 1 car in real life. I asked one of the marshals there if I could drive it. Unfortunately, I couldn't. It was really good to see though. I wish it was the Monaco livery. I prefer it over standard. As we watch a lot of cars peel into the pit lane, but Sam will be on a representative lap time. Down the back straight he goes of the Las Vegas Strip. Morton has gone on provisional pole with a 1:32.6. Did not notice that myself. Why only 15 drivers? Holiday season? This is Phil's league, this is S&Co. It goes P1 with 1:31.9. What a lap! That's rapid, especially for a banker. Nevertheless, good action, nice. This league does provide very good action. All 3 races it's done. And honestly, we saw it wasn't the cleanest sprint race. I commentated in the esports competition, and there was just crashes left, right, and centre. And this is actually so much cleaner than that. Good for a banker indeed, I guess. This is Division 2, so don't expect so much from the drivers of Division 1. They do all want to get into Division 1, especially the championship leader, Big Ann Wolf. Who's in last? It's the same thing he did in the sprint quali. On for a representative time. Pole was a 1:31.2 yesterday. I didn't even get your joke. Oh, don't need to know their profession. I don't get it. I don't understand it. As we will watch Big Ann Wolf go down the Las Vegas Strip, taking the slipstream from the Audi driver. And as for the final corners, through the turn 14, 15, 16 complex, straight down into turn 17. Welcome to chat, Ollie Davis. And 1:32 dead for the Haas driver. My apologies for being ears. You are off. As we see a Red Bull driver, not Red Bull I go to, in the runoff zone, then back onto the track. He said it's good banker. Oh, I get it now. It's so bad. Oh god, I don't. Welcome to chat, Moopsy. Indeed, an amazing lap. This strip, this Las Vegas Strip, really will determine the pace. It is 1.1 miles long, 1.9 kilometres. Phil with a 3-stream streak. Oh, it's daily streams, because I streamed earlier and you weren't there. Dan, what's that one? As we will go on to go through pits. Go 2 more. Where's my... Oh. Thank you. Oh, wait. Missed our 4-weight. I Don't worry, Mooksy, it's on the stream. Don't race on him. We will go to Mort, who goes through turn 12. Now down into the kink left of turn 13. Just to remind to all drivers on track, it will be at least a 2-minute 30 hydration break before the race. If you are in chat and haven't dropped a follow, please do so. As Mort goes down into till 14. You need a pop filter? I've got no idea what that is. Back down the final straight of many of the circuit through turn 17. Mort goes with 1:32.5, slotting behind his teammate. As I said earlier, who wants to predict pole position? Who will take pole within the league? You change your name so that doesn't work anymore, Rice. That used to ban you. I just haven't edited it. It didn't actually ban you, I have to ban you manually. Hamilton, because you were fighting so much, Hamilton just slowly caught up and had more battery. I presume. It was an amazing race. He'll leave the session. I'm so slow race pace. Remember, that's only sprint. Main race is yet to come. It will be tight. Wolf retired. Wolf has retired. Indeed. This is what I call Nego retire. He thinks he's going to be fighting here, but how many people will beat him? Keel has successfully rejoined. Thank you for whoever invited him. You are a legend in my books. So, let's take a look at the championship once again. So, in P1, we have the driver who is retired, as Beaver goes slightly faster with that. We have the driver in P2, Brian Wolf, 178 points. I can't remember finishing order. Then we have Parker in P2 with 159, and then Sam in P3 with 157. Obek, who is not here today, with 129. Mort, who is here, P4 with 114. Connor, who is in P7 currently, with 76. Sarge with 57. Luka Malov, who's currently in P5 with 52 points. Rasenbrand, who's down in P11, validated his current lap. Then it's Callum, Mr. Dan, Kev, Ethan, Costa, someone, Hamilton, Giggly Baby, Rice Agnes, Davin Cook, Josh Reaney. Rasenbrand is in the runoff zone. Whereas Parker is in currently P2 and is not here today. Canadian Driver 1 has 0 points, and Nush Lehman also has 0 points. As we look for the Reserve Championship, currently Ollie Matthews is in first. Oh no, this is old. Oh no, doesn't change. It doesn't change things. Currently Ollie Matthews is in first of the Reserve Championship, who is not here. Moopsy is in second, but 40 points shy. Oh god, why are you oh godding? Then it's Chazrez in 31, Ethan Rose with 25, F1 Rachel 23, Josh Rini Reserve 18. I think you're in Missile. I'm indeed in Missile. I'm always in Missile. Price. Super in your soul. I'm losing my voice. Always do. But as we I always do with this league because it's got so much action. This is Div 2. Phil, when am I commentating Div 1? Thank you for wasting many childish amounts of points, Rice. You are an inner child. As we watch Zenrixie go on that, we will... No? No going on like that. What? What happened to that? Burning the battery down into turn 6. Then through turn 6. Keep left for the shorter distance, but no, Mercedes is there, which is very unfortunate. I've been very annoyed about that. Into turn 6, through turn 7. He goes turn 8, turn 9, into the run, very crucial run, into turn 12. And oh, it's only 1 minute quality left. How's it gone so fast? Why watching on PC right now? Let's go indeed. More using all the track, but here the 3 carbs go again. It's slipstream games. This is genuinely great teamwork for the pair. Phil, you missed this. They did this at the end of sprint quali as well. They are maximising the time, minimising the lap time, maximising speed and power as more will back as TTV Lil Weaver will back off, more will go to the line. Fair play, rate that. Very good driving by both these drivings, showing they are good teammates, and unfortunately Mort's unable to go faster. But they did this in sprint quali, they will do it again. Will Lil Beaver get a slipstream? Most likely, as we will go to Connor, who's validated unfortunately on his final lap as we hear Mercedes in the background clatter the wall as we go to Hamilton on the sprint race. Currently sits in P9. Razen has retired. Through the chicane, Hamilton goes down the final straight into turn 17, the final corner of this track. Where does it put him? He will get a 1:32.8. Puts him in P8. But as we go to Lil Beaver, and who's he behind? It's Mort yet again. This is copycat from sprint qualifying. And where will it be for the Visa Cash App Racing Ball? And where will it be indeed? It will be tough fighting with Lilo P1. He will not, unfortunately. That will be pole position for Sam, unless Epic Gamer has something to do. as we go for the start of the Las Vegas Grand Prix. 5 laps ran out and away we go. Sam leading the field once again. Little Beaver down the inside. But there's tons of cars off in the background, and we can see what appeared to be a Cadillac backwards. That's the Cadillac Connor began more challenging for P2 of this race side. That's a brave move on that long race, 25 laps, as we hit contact, and that is Rosen Brad, who's much higher position than he was at the end of sprint qualifying, seeming to cross the barrier, but Sam is trying to make a run away in the lead of the race. Las Vegas Strawberry Conrad leads the session. And Lunar Eclipse leads into the lead. But not for long. Big Amber already fighting back with the battery. Sam gets past 2. From what we've seen, this is a very battery-dependent track. As we go see, the Mercedes on the inside of the Red Bull, which will switch to the outside. Oopsie goes to look on Sam, goes round the outside of the Happy. Little Beaver all over the back on the hard compound tyres. The second group of cars isn't far away, but Hamilton leading again. This is exactly what happened in the sprint race. Top 4 fighting so much, which is back to Hamilton into them. This could be anyone for the win. TC Xbox looks to have has a moment there. As we go to Beaver, we'll go on board for the battery. As you can see on the dashboard, 100% battery. Well, this check on is very important about the DNF earlier in the race. Battery in there, pulling away. Gamble looks down the side, doesn't try it. DC Xbox 10 seconds, meaning the penalty, pit lane penalty. On softs to the hard tyres, I presume. Going for one stop, but risky. Have paces. Sam, better luck next week as the drivers fight out for the win. Bran goes down the inside. E7 but gets overtaken quickly down the straight as we go to the front. Oopsie leads. Sam looks to the inside. Will make the move into turn 14. But will Oopsie have the battery to go back to Sam on this straight? Regain lead, looks around the outside. This is a game battery, and it is a spectacle, and it's great to watch. But Beaver being on the hard compounded tyre, he will be on the medium later. As we watch Razin Bran and Costa go all out. If you want a coffee, go ask him. Costa Junior 07. As we see Sam get passed by Big Am Wolf. Is that different battery usage, or was that a mistake by Sam? We won't know. But will Sam have a go through turn 6, 7? No, he won't, as we wait for the back straight again. Phils, you're going to hear that a lot tonight because turn 6 and 7 are so close and they should be one corner. As we look down, Sam defending on the inside. Big Am Wolf over the back of Oopsie, who's got the battery. Oopsie already flashing. As Wolf looks to the outside, get past. Oopsie remains in the slipstream. Will she make a move into turn 14? The hards will start kicking now, especially. I think these medium drivers will go to a lap 11, lap 12 to try and get all the performance out of these tyres before proceeding into pit lane. Moopsy looked down the inside, bet she's thinking about it, but no, she will not look for it. Next opportunity, turn 5, unless a mistake crops up here from turn 4. Moving to break the choke, tries into turn 5. No one in the top 4 making a move. As we go to Brad, who is fighting hard with the group ahead, performing much better than in the sprint, fighting the top bunch. And really in touch distance. Little Beaver, and just watching these hard compounds of tyres, they will definitely start kicking in. The more grip will help him out a lot. Brand gets past the V-carb of Moore. Was it called? Definitely wasn't me calling them the Altori. As we look to the front, Sam on the back of Moopsy. Moopsy catching Wolf. Will they make it free wide? Moopsy goes down the inside of both of Wolf. As Sam will follow in his footsteps into the wall. He goes. That's his front wing damage for the Audi. That is really unfortunate as he tries to make his championship charge. This will most likely be a set of hards to the end. But that will put a huge knock to his race winning chances here. As for now, it becomes a 3-horse race. You think this car might be too low? That is a possibility. You can beach very easy on the bumps, curbs of Las Vegas. Down out to turn 9, into turn 10. Into the double left of turn 11-12. Yet Haas looking on the back of Moopsy. Can she win this race? She was nearly winning the sprint as Moore overtakes Luca Malone into turn 12. That double left-hander challenging all drivers as Moore looks on the back of Moopsy. 2 abreast down the back straight. And into turn 14. Gamble taking the lead of this Grand Prix as we go to the unfortunate stricken Sam, who's fighting with no nose cone as Moopsy and Beaver overtake Gamble, who hits early for the hard compounder tyre. This is a gamble, but if you get this gamble wrong and come out in traffic, it can put an end to your charge. As we see, Josh Reaney, will he get past the Haas? No, he will not. That is amazing timing for the Wolf, who's hunting for the win. Didn't think the undercut was that strong yet. I don't think it is that either. I think the overcut is where you want to be. But currently, the actual lead is 2-horse race, and what these two can't do is fight excessively here. Just get on with it, you two. That will leave you in touch of the Haas, who's in P7. Down the back straight, the V-carb goes. Both flashing lights. I don't think there's going to be a move into turn 14. Unless I'm wrong, they're very close. Bet Beaver's thinking about it. They brought in an 8-second gap to Luca Malone, who is too wide, with Mort down the inside, successfully get past. Both V-carbs on the same strategy. Will Wibsey be in at the end of that? No, he won't. Luke and Lord burning the battery, getting through, but Mort goes looking around the outside. Raz and Bran up into P5. Costa peeled into the pit. Sam gets the fastest lap of the race as his teammate switches to the hard compounder tyre, but is crucially a long way back off Big Am Wall. As we go back to the front, Beaver all over the back of Moopsy. Will we make look for a move from turn 10? Looking to the outside. We'll get it done on the inside of turn 11. What a move for the V-Carb. But will Moopsy have the battery to burn down the back straight? Moopsy burn battery straight mode open. Down the inside she goes. And retakes the lead of the what's it called? Las Vegas Grand Prix. But when will she peel into the pit lane? She will peel in now. Make sure not to speed in the pit lane. Not to get the context curse on that. And where will she come out? Where will she come out? Side by side, ahead or behind with the Haas driver? The undercut seeming to be strong here. 2 laps and 4 seconds. It does the Haas driver. But Haas will now get stuck behind Moore and Raz and Bran, who are fighting hard ahead. Even at the start of this lap, as Razin picks up 3 seconds from multiple warnings. As Moopsy is really starting to catch, taking the best of the life out of the tyre. Sam, sitting P8, hasn't fared well. Overtakes into P7, only 2 seconds off, 4 seconds off Moopsy. As Raz and Bran looks to try and make a move from P2, as Big Al overtakes Moore. And looks on the Raz and Bran, gets the inside line. Moore looks to be coming back. Slipstream. Dive on the inside. Whoa, huge wave for the Haas driver. Moore cannot regain the lead. Run is going to be having a no speed. I don't know. Not actually the switch. And Razin boxes. And takes these medium compound tyres really far. Well done to him. As we look, Lunar Eclipse 3.7 seconds off the back of Bian Wolf. But most importantly, Bian Wolf is only 11 seconds back on Lil Beaver. That will be a mighty undercut for the hard compound tyre. And it will extend Big Am Wolf's lead in the championship standings. But we know Moopsy is on 2 lap fresher tyres and will have to make most of that. And yeah, as Phil says, those mediums are going to have to be very fast. Thank you to those who have followed me. Unfortunately, Twitch hasn't told me. Will be getting a thanks after the stream. Sam is bouncing back, but those tyres are going to be dying off before Moopsy or Wolves. But that nose coneless Audi does try and attack Hamilton. Why doesn't the Audi have a nose cone? Esports Radio. Will mean this Audi is lightweight. Eh, new meta indeed, yeah. I bet. Same for both Audis. No, it's just him. As we see Costa look down the inside of Josh, doesn't able to get alongside. Look down into turn 5. A bad exit by Josh. Around the outside. What's a shit camera angle game's giving me? Run the outside, goes Costa, and the Mercedes goes into the side. Very unfortunate for this half spin. But for Luka Milov, up into P8, all over the back of the Mercedes. No, that's an Audi. As we see Sam with the nose coneless Audi up into P5. But Hamilton will fight back. Will the Aston Martin prevail against the nose coneless Audi? Down the inside, as we see Little Beaver dive for the pit lane. These mediums are going to have to be mighty fast, as we also see more dive for the pits as well. So on Mooksy is catching Big Wolf as we see Costa, who has retired in the pit lane. He was running well and pulls into the pit lane. That is indeed a weird one. Something must have come up yet indeed. As Beaver looks to the outside of Hamilton, making these mediums work straight away. It will make the move quickly and efficiently. 8 seconds back on the lead. 4.8 on Moopsy. What will happen towards the end of this race between these top 3 cars? It looks to be the most competitive fight between Hamilton and the new meta Audi option. But Beaver will run as fast as a little Beaver can into the lead of this race, trying to get the win here. Normally he doesn't do that, but he has here. Now, these hard runners are going to have to push, but will those 2 laps be make or break later in the race for Big Wolf? Because he will be crying in 9 laps time, going around every corner, waiting for the line, as we see Hamilton and Sam fighting yet more for P4, as we see the V-Car and more all over Raz and Bran. Similar tyre ages, but Raz and Bran on the older, harder compounded tyre. How long will he be able to defend this for? This is unknown to me, as Sam, with the new meta Audi option, gets past the Aston Martin, but then the Aston Martin repasses. But Beaver has run into the distance and is only 7.3 seconds, 7.5 seconds, 7.6 seconds off the back of the lead. Sam Hamilton attacks down the inside yet again on Sam. Keeps 4th position. That fight is really starting to heat up as we see more down the inside of Raz and Bran. unfortunately, to the school area, that was bound to happen. But will Radham be able to stay with more for the rest of this Grand Prix? As we see, DC Xbox backwards spinning. Cards must be crying. And half a wing cuts the pit entry line into the pits. The Red Bull go and hits the wall and goes into and teleports into the pit lane. And we'll stick on a set of the hard combo tyre, but has a 5 seconds to serve. As we go to Sam, who looks down the inside for turn 13 on Hamilton. Unlucky for Sam, but will Sam be able to keep the P4 of this race? Hamilton will look down the inside, but he will retake P4. This is just every lap pass from these two. It is super, super, ultra competitive. And oh my god, how many people will be overtaking here? They're doing it well to keep it clean. They've not made contact. They are clean drivers. As I was saying earlier in the broadcast, I was commentating an esports competition, and no one could go side by side with each other, and it was very disappointing. I don't actually commentate there anymore, but the standards did improve, fortunately enough. But this might be Div 2, and people do underlook Div 2, but this is clean. This whole race has been clean. Been a few moments of contact, but you're gonna get that. Esports driver have standards, they're just quick. Can't disagree with you there. But Sam looks down the inside. DC Xbox picks up another 3-second time penalty to add to the 10 seconds he got early on. Sam overtakes through turn 13, but will Hamilton have the battery to repass? But will Hamilton have the battery down into turn 1? It will be Hamilton actually dropping back from Sam. And it will be a fierce fight for I'm losing it. Ethan has caught right up to Moopsy. Lose Ethan. I'm gathering it's Beaver. But yeah, Beaver is rapidly capturing as Moopsy's actually lapping slower than the Haas driver. But the longer these mediums are on these are on the I was about to say Alpha Tauri. Did I say Minardi? I'm saying Minardi for the rest of the night. The longer these mediums are on the Minardi, the more yes, I'm lagging in the head. No, the fact is, the game's not lagging. I don't mind if I'm lagging. If I'm lagging, it's fine. The game's lagging. It all will be a yellow flag set by the other Red Bull. Red Bull are not having a good night tonight. But if it was go on Middle East servers, no thank you, Ollie Davies. I do not want to go on Middle East servers. I'm in Europe. As we do really now start to see, cars have separated themselves, and no one sits within a 1 second range. But what can the Minardis do? Kill Yes, more driving, less typing. If you want less understeer, turn your front wing up or your rear wing down. Little Beaver is slowly but surely catching the back of McLaren, but how many laps is this going to be until the mediums are slower than the hards? So the crossover point between the medium and hard is at 7.4, roughly. But because Beaver's tyres are 3 laps newer, and we'll only get to, what is that, 11 laps in wear, it will probably be in the final lap where the mediums actually become worse. But it's actually showing Beaver has dropped back by about 2 tenths to Moopsy. Is Ollie Davis Oliver Broadfoot? Because I don't know Ollie Davis in Tier 1. Josh Reaney does take another 3-second penalty. I couldn't believe it. Must be the new rig. Enjoy your new rig. I've got an ISO R5. Can I have your old rig, please? It's probably better than mine. Beaver has caught up into the 1 second window. What? 6 tenths of a second. And will have slipstream down the back straight. As we go to Sam with the new meta, but that nose cone reduction is not helping. Luca Malov on the back of Hamilton, Beaver on the back of Moopsy. Luca looking for the move round the outside of turn 13. Overtakes back Hamilton on the back of Luca Malov. Luca has 2 lap fresher hard tyres. Looking down the inside, the Aston Martin driver does the move, keeps it on the inside, and through he goes. Now onto the fight for the final 2 places on the podium. Hamilton gets passed back through quickly on Luca Malov. Luca Malov looks through the outside. Just backing off on the back of the McLaren. Will she keep P3? Will she? Oh no, it's not. Will she keep P2? But will she be overtaken by Beaver 4 times down the 1.1 mile strip? They will go. Here they go now. Keel has boxed onto the top to attempt fast as that. And 3 tenths. Down to 2.5 tenths. Down to 2. So much overspeed for the V-carb. With the V-carb flickering the battery. Seems like Oopsie has turned on the battery much later. Epic came with another 3-second time penalty. Adding to the collection in the bottom 6 on track. Looks like a slight mistake for the Beaver. Just looking to chop some wood briefly there. And loses the rear end slightly. And has created a slight bit of gap between himself and Moopsy. Nice Lexus as well. And will the Beaver strike into turn 5? Lifting off just to recharge the battery up to 78, 79% even. Will you go through turn 6, turn 7, and looking really, really racing on the back of Moopsy as Hamilton repasses Luca Malovic through turn 6 into turn 7 they go. Sam regains on the back of the train, but Beaver on the inside of Moopsy heading to turn 12. Not able to get it done there, but time for 1.1 miles. Burning the battery. Forget about the woods, does the Beaver. Just passing this McLaren is the only thing on his mind. On the gearbox, Moopsy goes on the Minardi and able to make it stick. As we go on to Hamilton, who looks for the inside and dives it down the inside of the Alpine, and the Alpine has to just avoid the wall, and as the Hamilton stays behind the Alpine, but Sam go on board with him here. He will be fighting all over the back of the Aston Martin. Does he look to the outside? Does he look to the inside? No, he won't. As we go on to the fight between Moopsy and Beaver. Phil, you've been DM'd by Ollie Davis. You need to go respond to him instantly. And it will be a tight fight for the race win. No, it's not race. This is P2. Oh, it does. Hopefully your rig is nice. Can you buy one for me too? As Beaver will be fighting on the back of the McLaren with one straight and one more lap to go. As Sam gets past Hamilton one more time, Hamilton will repass into turn 12. As they go through side by side, Hamilton gets away. As we go to Beaver, who was just staying behind, will pull out onto the left, getting past Moopsy. This will be a one-lap shootout. Who has more battery? Moopsy has the overtake. But Beaver has the track position down the inside. Moopsy will go through turn 17 for one last lap of action. Beaver looks to the inside of turn 3 into 4 down the short straight. Beaver looks to be recharging the battery. I think a lot of drivers will have earned respect this race. I do think indeed this race has been very respectful from everyone. And now Beaver goes into the middle sector, pushing and getting all the life out of those medium tyres on the back of the Papaya machine through turn 11. There you go now. Beaver looking on the outside, but unable to make it, tapping the wall, trying to gain all the time through turn 12 on the exit. Beaver flat out. Moopsy with the overtake. And into the wall Moopsy goes. What a shame for the Papaya outfit. What has happened there? And Moopsy looks to be losing even more positions because she's now fighting 4 wide. Her contact with the Hamilton, and Moopsy does go off and into the barrier yet again. This is heartbreaking for Moopsy, who looked so long for a P2. Began Wolf will take the win. That has on home soil. Beaver will take P2 on track, followed by Sam, Hamilton, Mort, Luca, Razin. Moopsy will come home in P8. Looking so good for a podium. I don't know what to say either. What happened to Moopsy? What happened to you? Tree takes P9, Kevcliff takes P10. Epic Gamer takes P11. Keel will come home P12, and DC Xbox will come home P13. Really summarising the end of this race for the Red Bull outfit, because it was very unfortunate. What a race! That final lap was intense. Now, I have seen it. I have responded. It looks amazing. And on home soil, the Haas takes top spot, well deserving the champagne, and racing taking the race win. Mr. Dan, it shows driver of the day, Big Ann Wolf, fastest lap for Sam, race winner for Wolf, fastest lap for Sam, driver of the day for Hamilton, most overtakes for Razin Bran, and I don't want to see those. And that will be your finishing order. I will grab a photo for the league. Oh god, I've sent it to you all, Broadford. And that will be it for S&Co today. And the stewards are going to have a ball tonight with that last lap. Sorry Oliver for sending that to you. That was an accident. It was just a page I was on. We will be deciding to... Good comments. You are welcome. We will be raiding, as I know you are all single. I will be raiding into Heather, who is a Twitch streamer who races within the W1 Sim series. And enjoy. Goodbye.